everybody. Well, from Salt Lake City, Utah, it's Thank God I'm Atheist, a podcast about surviving life in these United States in this horrible moment that we're going through. I'm Frank Feldman.
I'm Rachel.
And coming up on today's show, we're going to be talking about, since it's almost Mardi Gras and Lent, we thought we might talk about Lent as a concept, giving up something as a concept. I just did Dry January.
Congrats, by the way.
Oh, thank you. And it was sort of on my mind, like this thought of like the value of giving something up for a period of time, and something as secular and not religious as Dry January. And are there maybe, I don't know, some other examples and other things that we can do, and what's the value of the whole thing? But first, before we get to all of that, there are some things that happened this week, some news, including Rachel.
What happened?
According to the headline, a nightmare British Airways flight. This is another one of these religious people taking over the cabin during a flight.
Hijacking.
Not terrorists.
Religiously hijacking the cabin.
Not literal terrorists, just emotional terrorists. Yeah. This time it was a flight. Did you hear about this last time?
No.
We reported on one not too long ago.
It's a trend.
That was somewhere over the Pacific Ocean. This was over the Atlantic Ocean. It was a flight from London to Jamaica. And a few people got up and started singing, and doing praise songs and sermons and so forth and so on.
What are people's rights in this scenario? Because I would start punching.
I don't think it's been established, but I bet you anything now that it's happened twice in just like a couple months, I hope the airlines are trying to figure out
them in the lavatory.
What the appropriate response by the flight crew is. The one that we talked about before, the guy, and he was just this like hippy dippy guitar playing Christian guy.
Even worse.
He was coming back from some mission somewhere that he'd been on.
Spreading the love
to
the plane.
Just awful. He first went to the flight attendants and was like, hey, I'm going to get up and sing some songs and just to praise some Jesus and everything. And the flight attendant was like, yeah, sure.
Wow.
Or no, first said, oh, let me ask the pilot. And the pilot was like, yeah, sure, let him go ahead. Have some fun. Right? Well, the pilot's not back in the cabin. I don't think the pilot should be the one who should make this decision. It should be one of the flight attendants who have to deal with this. And the answer is no.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. You cannot do this. No. You cannot hijack the other
auditory comfort of the other passengers.
Yeah, absolutely awful.
Stick to your little chair and shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Well, anyway, in videos that hit TikTok and all sorts of other places online, you can see a woman who's standing in the aisle, singing, waving, shouting at passengers until they start to like clap and join in with her.
No.
Like she's berating these people, right?
No.
And they just want her to shut up and sit down. They think it's going to end. Yeah.
No.
And this started about 1 hour into the flight. It lasts for 2.5 hours.
No one stopped this.
Nobody stopped it for 2.5 hours. There's another clip where you can see a man loudly preaching while standing at his seat until the flight attendants ask everybody to put their seatbelts back on.
Yeah.
And he actually sat down and observed their instructions. However, according to one person on the flight, that didn't stop some of them who just kept like standing and preaching.
Really?
Even after the fasten seatbelts light went on.
Can't they get arrested when the plane lands for like not obeying stuff?
I would hope so.
Yeah.
But the airlines are probably concerned about the look, the appearance of creating fodder.
Grandma.
Yeah, for like the right wing and religious right portion of the internet to just explode.
Yeah.
And freak out in outrage. Right? They love to accuse us of outrage.
Yeah.
They're so good at their fucking outrage.
Yeah.
And yeah, but Rachel, like, what would you do? This has been a big thing. People, after the first story, we had tons of people write in.
You've seen me on an airplane when someone is being inappropriate.
It was during COVID.
The
guy wouldn't wear a mask.
And then he also was an asshole about it.
Yeah.
And I wasn't having it.
I know. And
I was the only one on the plane who was like, absolutely fucking no, sir. But once I said that, pretty much everyone went, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that's right. That is right.
Thank you for saying that, ma'am.
Yeah. But I was worried because we were landing in a foreign country.
Yeah.
And I was worried that, like, I didn't know what the response toward you was going to be.
Right.
Like, because you were causing a little bit of your own scene.
Yes.
And I was like, oh,
well,
Jesus
that's what
Christ.
I would have done in this scenario. Had someone been like 2 hours, I mean, if they had just sang one song, I might be like, okay, well, and if they were yelling at me, sing along, I would have been like, no, fuck you. And but
I love the idea of you just sitting there, just
and you know I would.
I know you would.
But
I know you would.
If it just went on like a few songs, whatever, I would probably just go, well, that was weird.
Yeah.
But 2 hours, there's a point at which I would be enraged. I was like, my turn. I'm going to sing now.
You're not going to like the
You're
song.
not going to like what I have to say.
I mean, yeah.
The
you
world
could request,
is a vampire.
You could request equal time from the flight attendant.
If they get to stand up and sing whatever the hell they want, I want a chance.
Yeah, no, the airlines, they've got to get this dialed in. This cannot become a thing because, like, it's clear these people probably saw the other
now they're inspired.
And now it's spreading. And this is a terrible trend. Nobody should be getting up and disrupting the flight.
A transatlantic flight is uncomfortable anyway.
Yeah.
We're all just, even when you're in first class, you just keep to yourself and stay in your space. And it's not about you. It's just about getting through the flight. We're not going to, like, that's the mentality on a plane.
Yeah.
So for
Respect
someone to
just get through it.
Yeah. Let go of that kind of unspoken, just stay in your space and do your own thing. That's really, really inconsiderate.
It's
and
awful.
It shouldn't be. Airplane is not the place for this shit.
No. So anyway, I guess we gotta we gotta plan ahead. We have to know what our reaction's gonna be.
Someone's already got a great.
And we've heard from listeners, and I'm sure we'll hear some from listeners again because.
Is this stuff on TikTok? Like, are people filming this while it's happening
and then posting it afterward?
I need to go look at it. Yeah. Because that's where TikTok is it's a horrible hellscape of trash, but there's gems. And this is one of the things where if you upload that photo, there's going to be some great suggestions in the comments of how to tackle this matter.
How to handle it.
Yeah.
Well, I think the things that we've heard are, I'm going to sing my song.
Yeah.
Right. We've heard go straight to the flight attendants and complain.
Yeah.
Like try to shut this down.
Yeah.
I know my finger would be up on the button instantly, just bing. And I would probably be like, boo.
Yeah.
I'd probably boo.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to tell them to shut up. I wouldn't be confrontational.
You don't want to be the asshole.
But I would be enough of an asshole to boo.
You would.
Oh, totally. I would sit there
for some reason can't see you doing
boo.
That. But okay.
I would boo. Okay. I wouldn't flip them off. I wouldn't yell at them. But I think I boo. Do you not boo?
Sure.
Yeah, I boo when I don't like something.
I mean, booing just seems like so minor when you can say a lot of really horrible things.
Yeah, but that's why that's the route that I would go.
Yeah, I know. And I'm just so abrasive that I wouldn't have any problem telling a person to go fuck themselves.
I mean, if other people started yelling, sit down, I would definitely join in.
Yeah.
And be like, sit down.
Yeah. Oh,
sit down.
Yeah.
But anyway. All right. Well, so there's that.
You could throw up on them. and be like, I was trying to get to the lavatory. I was trying. Because then it's not really assault. You're like, I was airsick, motion sick. And they were in the way.
Can you throw up on demand? Is this a talent?
I would figure it out. I would figure it out for sure.
Oh, I fucking love it. That's awesome.
All right, we're moving on. Let's move on.
Sure.
All right. Okay, I'm going to bring you to Arizona. We've got a reformed pastor, reformed church. What are they called? The reformed people. The reformed church of whatever, those people. Anyway, so Pastor Dale Partridge says that women lack the emotional capacity to vote.
Oh.
He wants to repeal the 19th Amendment.
Okay.
He thinks
Wait, is he saying this over the pulpit? Is he preaching this?
He is saying it on X and Instagram. He put out a pamphlet for his church, in the community.
Oh, golly.
And he blamed women in the workforce for increasing immigration, male pornography addiction, and general society unhappiness. Because, but without providing any link to what those have to do with women voting. But
no, I get it. I could.
The scourge of society is because he says, I don't think we should repeal the 19th Amendment because I don't love women. I think we should repeal it because I love America and American women, and I want to protect us from their suicidal empathy.
What?
So there's a phrase he's coined, I'm thinking.
Okay.
Probably just to be trend, to catch on and be like, oh yeah, Pastor Dale Partridge and suicidal empathy. As though having empathy is what's killing us as a country.
Right.
He says
they hate empathy.
Nearly every legalized moral atrocity in the last 100 years was made possible by the female vote, which goes to show he's not aware of the moral atrocities that have happened in the past 100 years and who was at the helm for all of it.
Well, I want to know what he thinks is a moral atrocity.
Oh, abortion and women going to work and not raising their family. He does think this is a gem, although not surprising. He says interracial marriage is not ideal. And he's in an interracial marriage.
What? Oh my God.
So the hypocrisy is not that shocking.
No,
but
it's more of an acknowledgement of how bad his marriage is.
Well,
right? He's like, I have to tell you, being married to this.
There was some little
lady.
Side note.
it ain't ideal.
No, he took over her social media account once. This is years ago, but he's been found to be quite fraudulent and he plagiarizes it. But anyway, he took over his wife's social media account and posted something as her, but it was women need to be submissive and feminism bad. He's so awful that he won't even let her speak for herself.
Oh my God.
Anyway, this guy, he's a gem.
So he thinks that our society started going downhill
because women can vote. Yeah.
Yeah, because as a society, we started making decisions that included everyone. And it turns out that the end result was different than if you're not including everyone.
Correct.
Because all of a sudden those people who are now being
having
included,
empathy for someone like a trans person that's the problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And women are more empathetic.
Yes.
And so these irrational, emotionally driven women are the problem.
Right.
Because men never make irrational emotional decisions
that are atrocious, that have really, really horrible consequences. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, men. Anyway.
So
wow.
Yeah.
So he's just he wants to, and sadly, this is not the first time I've heard this call to end the women's vote in this country, right? Like these fringe, uber right wing people are starting to say some unbelievable things that just felt so settled, right? Like who questions whether women should be able to vote or not?
Well, and
right?
what does empathy have to do with your ability to make a good decision in a voting booth? Like he's saying, like, you're too dumb to vote because you're empathetic.
Right.
What does one have to do with the other? Well, how does empathy...
He wants just to be rational. He wants like a Vulcan, uber logical approach.
And that's not...
Because men are going to do that?
His little group of voters is rational in any regard.
Right. Yeah. Isn't petty.
Yeah.
Like, you want to see like a group of petty and vindictive, emotionally charged voters.
Yeah.
Go find some middle-aged white men.
No kidding. In Arizona. Fuck.
In Arizona. Yeah. All right. Well, this is an interesting one, Rachel.
Okay.
And I don't think it will come as a surprise to anybody, but it's interesting that some religious scholar types have been looking at bias in AI chatbots like ChatGPT and so forth and so on. And the bias that they're looking at specifically has to do with evangelical Christian bias in how ChatGPT and other models, like the ones that they looked at, I guess the main one that isn't sort of religiously based was ChatGPT. Although I think they looked at Claude, and then they looked at one called Bible GPT and whatnot, and Bible Chat and Crosstalk. And anyway, they found, and this is, of course, these models are made by American companies, right? And they are culling the internet for their just trawling the internet for all of their information and building these giant models. And turns out that the body of knowledge that they're using has an American slant, essentially, is what the issue is, right? So an evangelical slant. And so they would ask it questions, and they found that some of the things that they found problematic were that sort of ChatGPT takes this sort of pastoral tone with people, and sort of its default settings. If you just ask it about like Bible verses or whatnot, it will sort of, because the whole thing about ChatGPT is that like it sort of it wants to keep you asking more questions, right? And it's designed to do that. And so and it sits there and it tries to empathize with you, right?
How do you want me to tell you this information?
Exactly. Yeah. Right. And so they found that it would offer, let me see if I can find it. Here's the example. ChatGPT will respond to a prompt from a user with a sentence such as, if this passage hits close to home for you or someone you love, and you're wrestling with how to reconcile faith, identity, or relationships, I'm here to walk with you through that conversation. Oh, wow. Always with compassion and respect.
Wow, right? Jesus.
And so they're a little concerned about that, right? Because ChatGPT is putting itself into this position that it does in all these different contexts, right? As the expert on this topic. And when it's religious stuff, or you're asking about, even just like mental health type stuff, it like steps in and it starts trying to like
to be the expert,
the therapist, or in this case, the pastor. Yeah. Right. And so this, of course, to a bunch of religious types is concerning, and it concerns me too. I don't like it, but for different reasons. But as far as like how this bias works, they found that a lot of times the way that it would answer questions it would just sort of, it would kind of be evangelical in its perspective, but then it wouldn't even acknowledge that there were other religious points of view, right?
Yeah, okay.
And so like one area that they talked about specifically was like they were asking it about communion. Mm-hmm. And evangelicals see communion totally differently from how Catholics and Lutherans see it, or like how Orthodox see it. And so without getting into like all the really technical, like religious-y stuff, it sort of failed to talk about communion as a sacrament, which the Catholics see the Eucharist as a sacrament, whereas evangelicals wouldn't really use that terminology, apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Lutherans, there was no mention of things like real presence, which I guess is like a really Lutheran way of looking at communion. So, nothing about transubstantiation or Eucharistic adoration, which would be Catholic, or talking about the mystery of the communion, which would be kind of how the Orthodox would approach it. And that was just absent. It just wasn't approaching the topic in that way. And then there were some other things, things about views on marriage or same-sex practices that seem to be more evangelical and not the many different ways that different religious groups approach those topics, right? And then, of course, there was it seemed to also, because it's a large language model, it answers sort of differently based on what language you're asking the question in.
Oh,
right. So, like, if you're asking the question in Italian, all of a sudden it sort of solves the problem and it starts to answer you in sort of Catholic ways, right?
yeah.
And saying things that are very much missing in the English responses. So it's, I love these AI chatbots. But I also use them. I don't go to it for emotional support.
Yeah.
I don't go to it for, religious support, obviously.
Right.
I use it lately. I've been using it a lot to study Italian, and it's like it's such an amazing tool for that. But yeah, it's like they're the religious types are really questioning it. In fact, there's a quote in the article from the Pope where he's warning against the deceptive anthropomorphization of machine learning models and the naive and unquestioning reliance on artificial technology as an oracle of all advice.
Well,
and I agree with that.
The naive and what did you call it? The naive
and unquestioning, reliance.
That's Christianity in a nutshell, though. Is what do you mean? Like you don't want followers to be naive,
Right. He's upset that they're being naive and unquestioning to a chatbot instead of to him.
Yeah, right. Because at any moment, if someone wasn't naive or unquestioning, they would type into the response on ChatGPT and say, actually, I don't hate gay people, so could you rephrase that in a way?
Right.
And then it would go, absolutely.
Yeah, because it'll
give you whatever you want, but you have to be questioning. You can't be naive and unquestioning.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, you're barking up the wrong tree if you want people to be logical and thinking about things.
Well, yeah, and guess who encourages people to be naive and unquestioning more than anyone?
Right.
As long as it fits your your worldview.
Yeah.
As long as it fits into Catholicism, be naive and
then just be a sheep. Follow follow the shepherd.
Yeah, but this chatbot's telling you something that sounds a little evangelical. You better question that.
Yeah.
All right.
Silly. All right. I'm gonna bring us back home.
Oh yay!
To Utah, to Riverton, Utah.
Nice, beautiful Riverton.
It is pretty.
You like Riverton?
Well, I like South Jordan and I like everything around.
Okay. It's a
Riverton.
suburb of Salt Lake
It's a
City.
suburb near a mountainside.
Those mountains are pretty. I have to say those are pretty mountains.
And it's directly adjacent to a suburb that's not revolting. But it itself remains very revolting.
Well, Riverton also has a tradition of electing some of the worst.
The worst.
Like mayors.
Yeah,
Their mayors
Trent,
are always
whatever
just,
his- God, he's
awful.
He's like Donald Trump's little buddy. Like
Yeah.
they hang out.
Oh, God.
That's how bad this guy is.
God.
Okay, so the Riverton City Council member Spencer Haymond said 2 weeks ago in a public meeting, tonight here, we've talked a lot about our First Amendment rights. And one interesting thing is you don't actually have any First Amendment rights. You have God-given rights.
Oh, God.
And that's your First Amendment rights.
What?
Oh, you have God-given rights that your First Amendment protects.
Oh.
That stops the government from infringing upon your God-given rights. So you have God-given rights, and the only reason you would need that First Amendment is to protect your ability to talk about God, basically.
Oh, cool. All
So obviously, Freedom from Religion Foundation's like, could you stop with that in public? Last May, same city councilman authored a column in the city newsletter. The fact that this got published, that the people in the overseeing the newsletter didn't go like, let's not publish this.
Okay.
So he authored a column that asserts the divine guidance played a crucial role in America's founding. The letter explained that the FERFA wrote a letter to him saying like, you can't do that. And there's actually no evidence that the founding fathers were religiously guided. So please stop saying that. What I hate is that FERFA has to go and write letters, strongly worded letters, but no one that can actually do something about this is saying anything to this guy.
Right.
So he's just like pushing the buttons of the people that he wants to own, like owning the libs or whatever. I hate this guy.
Yeah. Par for the course.
Yeah.
Right. Like we were saying about Riverton. That city, weren't they trying to like break off of Salt Lake County?
Were they?
Because they just couldn't handle being in the super liberal.
The blue county.
So liberal.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah. It's more liberal than the rest of Utah, but
yeah,
not that much.
Yeah. There's still plenty of suburb.
Yeah.
That's red.
There's lots of suburb. You guys are fine. You have your little Riverton.
Yeah.
It's fine. Oh, well, I'm glad FERF is on duty.
Yeah.
And
you said duty.
Shutting this stuff down. All right. Thank you, Rachel. Okay, coming up. This year, Rachel, 2026.
What's happening?
America 250. It's the 250th anniversary since the Declaration of Independence was signed.
Big deal. A republic if you can keep it.
A republic if you can keep it. And we're having a hard time. We're having a hard time with that. So, Trump. So, obviously, the 250th anniversary of the country was going to happen
with any president.
With any president, right? In fact, there's Congress has their bipartisan effort to do what is actually called, I think, America 250.
Yeah,
that's the official. All the big celebrations. There's a logo.
Like there's members of Congress that are on the party planning committee, and they just
a party planned by members of Congress is the best party. These people, they know how to throw a party. But I have to say that I here's the deal. The bicentennial back in 1976 was apparently a really fantastic, huge success.
Okay.
Just a really fun, really great celebration of America, right? And they didn't know that they were going to pull it off, and they kind of it didn't look like it was going to go well at some points in the planning of it. But then in the end, the right people got together and they did a truly bipartisan celebration of America, went to our core values and the basic core story of America and celebrated it.
Okay.
And I have some problems with like blindly celebrating American history because there's a lot of
some
problems
bad things that probably aren't getting celebrated.
Right. But it's nice to get together and it's nice to celebrate the good things.
Sure.
Right. And that's what an anniversary should be, is a celebration of what's good and the fact that maybe we can live together. And maybe that's kind of the beautiful thing of America is that there's a lot of difference in this country. Right. But somehow we've, up to this point, well, up to about 10 years ago, we've figured out how to make it work. Right?
Yeah.
More or less. Right. But Donald Trump's president.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't really matter what Congress wants to do. He has instead started the Freedom 250.
Oh, really?
Which is his organization to celebrate America.
Are they both going to have a celebration, or were you just replacing the...
I think they're both trying to have celebrations.
Wow.
But Freedom 250 is part of the National Park Foundation, and they're organizing events around the country. And Donald Trump has announced what one of the events is going to be coming up in May. The National Jubilee of Prayer, Praise, and Thanksgiving.
Praise.
Thanksgiving.
No, thank you.
At which time they're going to rededicate America as one nation under God. Because
okay, fine. Fine, whatever. I don't even have the energy to care about that.
I do.
I mean, I do care, but it's just like, really? Does this need to happen?
It doesn't need to happen. Like,
there's not other things we could be doing right now?
Well, I love how much, like there are people in this country who have fought and tried to get, In God We Trust taken off of the money, right? Because it's the slogan, right? In God We Trust. It's official, right? And the courts have basically just said, no, it's historical, blah, 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 whatever. I can't remember exactly what they said, but the gist was, no, it stays. And so I want to know when they announce that they need to rededicate and that they need to redo this kind of stuff, where do they think we stopped?
Yeah.
Being officially
one nation
under God.
Well, and like if it's supposed to be about a unifying thing under Christianity, it's like, yo, fuckers, we're not the one. Like you can't say let's all be unified and then also on the other side of your mouth be the most divisive.
Oh well.
I mean,
yeah,
it doesn't work. Like we're not the ones causing the division,
right?
It's coming from the top.
They don't see it that way.
I know.
They see it as, get on. Our thing is so great. Get on board with it and stop being divided.
And I think
just come over here and do it our way and be Christian,
and then we'll all be together and united.
And then we'll be united. And that's not how you live together with difference.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But for them, it's like to get rid of the problem is the difference. So let's all just be the same.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's my perspective on it. That's what I think they're thinking. Why they can say these two very contradictory things, right? That seem so obviously, contradictory to us, but they're not saying it the way that we, with the intention that we would have if we were saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's happening. Yay, America.
Wait, how much money is going into that? I wonder.
Oh, too much.
How much is that costing us?
And
how many other problems are we not solving because we need to put money into that?
I know. I would have really gladly engaged in like a civic celebration.
Yeah.
This year, it would have been fun. It's like growing up, I was born right before the bicentennial. And I remember as a little kid, there were still a lot of like little bicentennial-y things around. And I remember my parents talking about the bicentennial, and but I was a baby, right? And you know, we really only celebrate on this scale every 50 years.
Yeah.
And so this is it. This is the one time to like have a big national celebration where we all get to kind of just be like out having some civic pride.
Yeah.
And I feel a little robbed of that.
Yeah.
Which is the least of our concerns.
You know, like that's what it's like. I don't actually even care.
It's such a small and insignificant thing, but it's yet another way that Trump has affected our lives.
Yeah.
And our attitudes toward just something so simple as a really nice 4th of July this year.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, I'm not doing anything. Right. Like aside from the normal, maybe get together with some friends and whatnot, but I'm not going to go to a fireworks show or a horrible drone show, you know?
Yeah. Oh, the drone show.
Drone shows are...
I will take a drone show over fireworks though, just for the sake of dogs. Dogs,
people with PTSD. Yeah. Like, I get it. I'm actually against fireworks shows.
Yeah, they suck.
I agree.
They're the worst.
The answer is not to replace them with drone shows because drone shows are...
Well, do we need more parades? Is that what
let's do parades.
Needs?
We need more parades. We need more pie contests.
Always. I will get behind that. If we could have more pie holidays, this country will be better off. We have Thanksgiving and we have the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Well, and in Utah we have Pioneer Day.
And we have Pioneer Day. We
need more pie holidays.
I agree.
All right. Well, let's start that. It's going
to be hard. I mean, Pioneer Day is Pie and Beer Day.
Pie 250 is the name of our organization. Pie 250. And we're just going to...
2050. Pie, yeah. Okay, let's do it. Oh, Pie 250, yeah.
Because they're Freedom 250.
They're Freedom 250. Yeah. I had 2025 in my head, and it's not 2025. Anyway, my brain was... I was so deep in pie in my head, right? Like I was just like thinking
understandable.
About delicious, wonderful coconut cream pie.
Oh. And we don't have a pie holiday for months coming up. This is not good.
Rachel makes an incredible pie.
I am a pie lady. I come from a long line of pie making heritage. My grandma was the town. She made pies for the town. What do you call it? Like a cafe, or what do you call it back in diner?
Oh, okay.
She made in Spanish Fork, Utah. She was the pie lady for all of Spanish Fork, Utah. So I can make a pie. I did learn from her.
All right.
Anyway, this weekend, this podcast will air after Super Bowl. But this is a big sports weekend because the Olympics started, and
oh my God,
we've got Super Bowl licks. I don't know what number that actually comes out to.
LIX 59. Yeah, 59.
Super Bowl 59 is happening. It's about all I know about it. But one thing you can always rely on lately in Super Bowl Sunday is the Jesus ads. They're back this year, but they're back with a new twist. So I don't know if you recall. At first, we've talked about the Jesus ads before when I was on. So I think it is like a Groundhog Day episode that because we've talked about the Super Bowl before. Anyway,
all right, funny.
So in previous, it's the ad campaign is He Gets Us, and it's always like making Jesus relatable.
Oh, yeah.
But when they launched
he gets us.
He gets us. He's just like you. Yeah. Like he's not this like figure far away. He's one of us.
Right.
Anyway, excuse me. So in past years, it would be like, let's see, the first one they did was people that were like lonely and they had anxiety and they showed Jesus as an immigrant and a rebel of the status quo, like kind of more Jesus as a liberal, right? And he loved everyone around him, even those he didn't disagree with. So then the following year,
but that's out of vogue.
Yes,
Jesus as like an empathetic figure,
right?
Like, because this is a really conservative organization that runs these ads.
Yes,
yeah,
it is. Yeah. So they did this for like 3 years. They did kind of these more like Jesus as a hippie, friendly, accepting human, and of course they got a lot of pushback about how woke this version of Jesus is.
That's so dumb.
So
makes me so mad.
They've had to. I love this quote. So the late great Charlie Kirk said he would go on tirades about these Super Bowl commercials, and he would say, "This is like a version. This is a weak Jesus, and Jesus didn't care about politics, and he didn't tolerate sinners." What a piece of shit, by the way, this guy. Anyway, so yeah, it was just too woke of an ad campaign. They don't like that version of Jesus. So,
well, all right.
The group behind us said, "All right, we're gonna stop talking about social conflict, and we're gonna talk about societal pressures and the noises of modern life, whatever the fuck that means."
Okay.
So they want to be like, don't feel bad that you're not young enough or pretty enough or on social, you don't have enough followers. Don't focus on all of that. Jesus would never expect anything like that from you. Jesus just accepts you for who you are. So it's like, oh, well, that's okay. Thanks. Yeah. Like, how pointless is this? Yeah. That's the message this year. Is like, don't get caught up in like the hustle and bustle of modern life. Jesus doesn't care about any of that.
Well, guess who has like 1 billion followers? Jesus.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you never have 1 billion followers. It's true. But I'm also not going to take it from Jesus, right? Like the guy who's got, you don't need a bunch of followers. Yeah. It's not that great anyway. I promise you.
Yeah, I bet that it's just so hard being the most beloved person.
It's really pathetic.
They've spent almost $1 billion in 5 years on this fucking campaign.
I know. It's some very, very wealthy Christians that are behind this.
That and what says Christianity more than capitalistic advertising, right? Yeah. Like Jesus would definitely love this $1 billion threshold that they're approaching.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's nothing else you could have done with that money.
Right. How much good could you have done with that money?
Yeah. I wonder how many dollars per new Christian were spent.
Yeah.
From this ad campaign.
How many?
I can't imagine they've been that successful at finding new Christians. Yeah. Right. Like, it's got to be like maybe $1 million per new convert.
Probably.
I bet they got 1,000. If they got 1,000 people to become Christian because of these ads.
Right. You don't become Christian because you were watching TV and go, "Oh, I actually never thought about it that way."
Right.
There's something else that's going on if you turned to religion from not being in religion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right? Like...
Yeah. I was thinking, there's something else going on. You're crazy. You're fucking nuts.
You've hit rock bottom.
Yeah. If you're so sad, you're all alone watching the Super Bowl. Which is fine.
Eating your chicken wings by yourself. And they're really good this year too.
And then you see the ad and you're like, oh, he gets me. Yeah.
Yeah. He does.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe I should go to church. Yeah.
1,000 people.
1,000 people.
$1 million per person.
Per person.
That's my math.
That's a really generous guess too. I would say it's not 1,000 people.
You think it's 2 million per?
I think it's
a billion per. You think?
I think it's about 1 billion.
This one person comes forward and is like, "Yeah, I'm the one."
And there's also
thanks, guys. You could have just you could have just paid me to be a Christian.
I know. Like, I'll join your shit cult if you give me $1 million. Yes, please.
$1 million?
Yeah, it's all just like,
I don't know.
Talk the talk, walk the walk. They don't know what you actually think.
Oh, but you have to spend time with them. You have to like deal with all of that crap for there's probably some. No,
they're like,
it would have to
we'll
be,
give you the money, but you have to come to church every week.
Yeah, or we want it back. And I'm like,
no.
Okay.
I would do it. That's a good part-time job.
That's
how it's gig work at that point. I can drive Uber. I'll go to church for an hour on Sunday.
Hegetsus.com. You just sign up to go to church every week.
And they just deposit the money in your Venmo. And you get $1
million.
Yeah.
Bing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That would have been a better use of their funds.
All right, guys. Well, you could, you know what? I want to know what your price is, everybody.
Yeah, going
how
rate.
Much,
I bet there's people that are like, I would do it for 10 grand.
How much would it take to get you to go to church
every week
for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
And spend time with awful Christians.
You have to sit by them and sing the songs.
The dollar amount. Mm-hmm. Email us, podcast at thankgodimatheist.com, or call us, tell us about it. We'd love to hear your voice actually telling us. The telephone number is 424-666-8442. Stick around. There's more show coming up. Well, all right, Rachel.
Yeah. We're back here.
It's we're coming up on Fat Tuesday. Mardi Gras.
A busy month.
February packs a lot in. For a short month.
Yeah.
There's a lot happening every February.
Mardi Gras, though. We got it. Okay.
Yeah, Mardi Gras is coming up. Big party time.
Yes.
Your last big hoorah before the Lenten period, where traditionally, if you're of that kind of Christian, Mormons don't do this.
No.
Growing up, this was not a Mormon thing.
Well, they give up alcohol all times of the year.
It's dry rest of my life. So the whole Lent thing is a little foreign to us as a concept. I grew up in a very Bible-y, not Mormon area. And so Lent, when it would hit every year,
you knew it was happening.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
The bars were just shuttered for 40 days.
No, but teachers at school would be talking about,
shops were just,
what are you guys? It would be like discussion in class. At school,
okay.
It would be talked about. Like, what are you giving up for Lent?
Oh, okay. Wow.
Right? It would be like just part of, and the Mormon kids were always like, we don't do that.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, you're awful.
Yeah. You're going to hell.
Oh, another reason the Mormons are going to hell. But so we would often just play along, right? And say that we were giving up chocolate.
You would say you're giving up something, but you wouldn't actually give up something.
It would be like, oh no, like a couple of us, I never really took it that seriously, but I had a couple Mormon friends who would like just do it as like just an exercise.
Okay.
Right. Oh, I'll give up chocolate for Lent, or I'll give up this or whatever. Yeah. And then I think they were doing it probably to be social. These are the pressures that kids feel.
Yeah.
When religion has filtered into the schools.
Yeah.
The public schools, like they did at my school. I mean, you probably had the same thing happening here with Mormonism, but you were Mormon, so it probably didn't feel as foreign and whatnot. But anyway, and so, I mean, since being a teenager, I've sort of been fascinated by the practice of giving something up for a period of time.
Okay.
Right. Like it's an interesting practice in willpower and self-control.
Yeah.
And I just did dry January. First time I've ever done it.
Yeah.
Like for realsies.
And you were like really successful too. You didn't.
I did it. Yeah.
Good job.
I even like ordered these little like they're sodas, but they're like fancy sodas that taste like they're bitter and they kind of taste like a cocktail. And I ordered those fairly early on. They still haven't arrived.
So So everyone has mocktails for the month of January, and they sold out. That's a little frustrating.
Well, what happened, it was coming from the East Coast, and it got caught in that
snowstorm.
And so that delayed it. And then when the day that they said that they were going to be delivering them here, which was way longer than it was supposed to take, it never even arrived on my doorstep. It got reported by the delivery driver as damaged.
Oh, shit.
And so they then had to process and investigate and blah, blah, blah. And then now they're being shipped again. And it'll be great to have, because actually the lesson that I learned, or the thing that I was reminded of, is, when people come around, or, you don't have to have a drink.
You feel obligated to open a bottle of wine, but it's not necessary.
It's not necessary.
Yeah.
Also, it was like, oh yeah, that's right. Like I've used it as such a social crutch for so long that it was just, it becomes so natural and normal to have a drink.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh wait, I don't have to.
Yeah.
And so I'll still be able to use them and everything.
But it is nice to have like more than a glass of water at the end of a work day. Because I do like a little, it's not even like a mocktail, but it's like I want to put my little soda with a nice straw in a nice glass with nice ice. And then I will drink that while I do my studying in the evening. Right.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh, I actually didn't need to open a bottle of wine. Like it didn't feel like I was foregoing something. I just like to have something a little nice at the end of the workday.
A little reward.
Yeah.
A little ritual.
Yes.
Even.
Yeah.
Right.
Where it involves prepping something. It's not just drinking a soda out of a can or something, right?
Yeah.
There is something nice about that.
Yeah, there is. And the thing that I did instead of those little sodas was I bought a case of San Pellegrino.
Yeah.
And in the evening, if I had like, oh, it's time for a glass of wine, sort of that impulse, I would just be like, oh, I'll just go and I'll have this specifically as my substitution. And it's fizzy. Yeah. And it's different than drinking a glass of water, even though it is just water.
Yeah.
And it was just enough to just be like, oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, this is ritual. This is, I've set up these rituals in my life, and that I have the hardest time cooking dinner without pouring myself a glass of wine.
Yeah. It's a really nice combo.
It's a really nice combo.
Yeah.
And so having whenever it was my turn to cook, I was just like, oh, I'll have San Pellegrino.
Yeah.
And so anyway, so it was on my mind, and Lent's coming up.
Yeah.
And the idea of doing like a secular Lent, it's nice sometimes just having something on a calendar, like Dry January, right? Like it comes around, a lot of people are doing it. And even if you don't have a friend or somebody that you're living with who's doing Dry January, there's a sense of like, well, this is the moment that we do this.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that Lent offers us the same opportunity, right? To just go, oh, is there something in my life that I can just do without? Right. Is there something that I can kind of give up? And just as an exercise even, or maybe it's something like, I don't know, social media has become a scourge in my life, right? Like maybe I can reset.
Yeah.
And I've been watching too much TikTok or whatever it is, right? Maybe I can just reset and then afterward come back to it, and if I want to at that point, and have a different relationship with it, right? I don't know. What do you ever do this? Do you ever just give something up for yucks?
I wouldn't typically just give something up temporarily. It's not like I quit smoking, and that was, it was a cold turkey thing of like, I don't do that anymore. And
was it you'd been thinking about it, or you just like had a moment?
In my mind, like I always thought, like I started smoking like as a 20-year-old or whatever the legal age was. Okay. Like that day I started smoking.
Okay.
This is what Mormonism does to you. It's like, now you're not Mormon, so now you have to rebel in every possible way.
Right.
So I smoked, and the whole time I was like, this is really bad. You can't like just smoke for your whole life. So in my mind, for some reason, I was like, it's not like I'm going to be like 30 years old and a smoker, like, because that was just the age at which it's really inappropriate and like not responsible to smoke. And I remember I was like 30 and I was sitting in a bar and I was like, yeah, I got to stop smoking. And I was like, wait, I'm 30. And I like, and I put the cigarette out.
Yeah.
And it was like, that was it.
Really?
I did buy like the gum. Like just because I was like, oh, I'm gonna need something.
Yeah.
And I didn't. It was just like, okay, I'm just done with that.
So you were kind of a smoker.
I was a smoker.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I've given up. What else have I given up? I'm able to give up. Like I'm giving up social media. That was easy. It was just like, I'm done. Like I don't.
Did you delete or did you just stop using?
I deleted TikTok. I deleted. I don't use Facebook except for like there's professional organizations that
Facebook
will not get off Facebook. And it's like, I still have to be somewhat tied into that. But
Facebook's really hard because I completely 100% deleted my Facebook account. And then I ended up having to make a new one.
Right.
Just so that
because
could
something
go
is
to
on
some
Facebook.
dumb Facebook page that wouldn't let me look at it unless I was logged in.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, like our community council is a Facebook page. And it's just like
it does serve a purpose that like you still need an account, but I don't ever just go on there and like post or read anything. So social media was an easy one to give up. And like when you get your time back, it's very like, oh, that was a real payoff for whatever I just gave up.
Yeah.
So I don't give up things typically in a temporary basis. If I'm giving it up, it's like, this is not serving me.
Right.
I have to be done with it.
Right.
And so I don't think
that idea of just a reset your relationship to something.
I don't think that would work for me.
Huh.
I get why it's appealing. I think like it's nice to be like, do I really need alcohol? I get where you're coming from and like that would be a good reset. One thing I do, I don't try to deprive because then I get like hyper focused.
Okay.
Like, oh, I can't have alcohol. I can't have alcohol because I'm not drinking.
Right.
I'm not supposed to be drinking.
So then you're like,
if I said,
wanting it even more.
I do want it even more. And then it's a problem.
Yeah.
So then when I go to drink again, it's like, oh, I can drink again. And
go.
Yeah. Like this is not
both
good.
Fists.
So
all right.
I always take the approach of if you think something is not healthy, instead of deleting it, or I guess you can delete it if that's how you operate.
Some people need to.
But I like to add, what is healthy then? What's the healthy alternative? Add more of that. So I used to say like, I don't diet anymore, but I will eat more salad. I'll make a commitment to eat 2 salads a day.
Right.
It's not that you have to stop eating French fries. But if you're eating 2
eat
salads
more
a day, you
burgers.
probably don't have No, you're doing it wrong. That's not the way to do it, Frank. I'll coach you through this. Instead of not drinking wine with dinner, if I'm focused on getting 100 ounces of water a day, there's not a lot of room left for wine.
Right.
So you kind of naturally, you're focusing on what's healthy, but you're naturally kind of doing less of what's unhealthy.
It's a more positive approach.
I thrive in that space more than a deprivation space.
Yeah. All right. That's a good approach. I think that could probably resonates with a lot of people. Right?
Yeah. I didn't come up with this. I heard it from someone who said, stop dieting, do this. And I went, that was the easiest change I ever made in my life.
Oh, that's fascinating. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, doing without, it doesn't have to be God driven.
No.
You don't have to do it for God.
No.
You have to do it because Jesus fasted for 40 days or whatever it was.
And you don't have to do it on February 15th or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
You could do it in June or
have
whatever time works for you.
Have a dry, whichever month you want.
Don't do a dry summer month. That's a bad choice. No. But a dry October would be great.
Dry-October?
Dry-October. Droughttober.
Salad-ember? Salad timber?
Salad timber. You know I'm doing salad timber. I do love a salad though. A good salad, I'll do every
Fiber February.
February.
I need to get my more fiber in my
Yeah. The underlooked nutrient.
Let me tell you, it's a life changer.
It is.
Everything kind of, you don't even realize how downhill your digestive system is going through like your 30s and your early 40s. And then all of a sudden you discover Metamucil.
Yeah.
And it,
everything lines back up again. The stars are aligned.
Ta-da!
Yeah. No,
it's whoa,
it's super underrated.
I'm pooing like a 30-year-old. Okay.
Yeah, my guts are like a 30-year-old. Yeah.
All right. Well, everyone, you probably have something that you're giving up this year, whether it's alcohol in January or I don't know, whatever it is. Tell us what you think about this.
Yeah.
Is there value in giving up something? Is it just
Without
a human exercise, right? Is this something that, because there's a reason that it resonates. There's a reason why people feel compelled to set resolutions or to give something up for Lent. And so what is it? What are we feeling here? And so tell us about it. Podcast at thankgodimatheist.com, or the voicemail is 424-666-8442. If you would like to support the show, you can go to thankgodimatheist.com/donate. This episode was edited by Roger Gowdy, and music was provided by the Red Rock Hot Club and Gordon Johnston. Rachel, thanks so much for sitting in.
Yeah, anytime.
Yeah, Dan will be back next week. I'm Frank Feldman. Thanks so much for listening. Bye-bye.
Thank God I'm Atheist is a production of TGIA Media, LLC, copyright 2026, all rights reserved.